I am trying to find some inspiration for character designs. Because today, I need to improve the character design for my manga contest entry. You may recall from yesterday, I already told you that I already did a character design sketch, but I have a bit of a problem. I want to spice that up. But when I looked through some references a while ago, I just found a lot of, high school-based manga, and the character designs were not really all that inspiring. So now I'm trying this out. Something sort of like a vision board. It's not exactly your normal type of vision board. I actually call this my contrast board. Let me explain. Oh my god. A typical vision board is basically a collection of clips, text, images, and things that represent the goals and vision that you have and propel you to move forward with your endeavors. But as for me, I don't really know what I want yet, so I just have a contrast board. And a contrast board is what I call something that would be a collection of things that I would compare and contrast to each other to see what style would fit me in terms of making manga. I have Dragon Ball Z, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Demon Slayer, Otoyomegatari, and Berserk. If you're being observant, I think you'd realize that the ones that I put in the middle, Otoyomegatari and also Berserk, are things that I would consider typically more full of details, a lot of lines, a little bit more difficult pound for pound to make when you have the same amount of time as compared to the ones that are around them. Because most of the shonen manga that are popular right now are being churned weekly. There's a lot of betas that are being used, and by beta I don't mean like a beta male, I mean beta in Japanese. The solid colors that you see typically in like uniforms or hair or pieces of clothing. And my problem is considering which style I would use for my manga contest entry. The more labor intensive one that's more detailed, or a style that has a lot of solid fills and colors, typical of something like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto. Characters are of course very important if you want your IP to stand the test of time, if you're a budding artist or a mangaka. And for shonen manga, what I know is that editors actually have a lot of influence when it comes to character design because they're thinking about the commercial side of things. So nowadays, characters have a lot of distinguishing features on their faces, like scars, blindfolds, different colored eyes, different styles of hair, of course. And I can't do that with my character. My character's face and hair can't really be all that complicated because of things in the story that I can't disclose. My character has to be very simple in terms of his facial features. So the next step would be to figure out how to draw the clothes, because the clothes have to be the distinguishing thing about the character. But the more that I try to look for inspiration from shonen manga titles, especially the ones that are weekly published, I can't really find any inspiration. But I get it. I mean, if you're a weekly or even a monthly published mangaka, if you make the details of the characters very intricate and you have to redraw the characters over and over and over again, especially if you're doing it traditionally, it's very taxing. And, if you're under deadlines, it's very hard to do. So, in this case, when you're making manga, character designs are both a product and a victim of commercialization. But when you think of commercialization, the effective type of character design that you can commercialize would be character designs for video games. The main advantage that character designers and illustrators have for game design and game development is that the character designs need to be only made once. Once you have the official, finished textures for the 3D models, nowadays you don't really need to redraw different poses, different action scenes, different keyframes for animation. A lot of things are being done now using 3D models. So you can be as intricate and as highly detailed as you can with your clothes, with your accessories, with your facial features, and everything that comes with the character. But to me, the character designs in games like gacha games, because they're designed to sell the characters, they're very appealing. They're really good. After looking at a lot of character designs from gacha games, from movies, from TV shows, from comics to other manga and other images online, I've come to the conclusion that it might be best for me to stick with what I do best, packing in as many details as I can in the manga. So, for the character, I'm going to include a lot of lines and details in his clothing, so that even though his face has very simplistic features and his hair is very simple, there's a contrast and I can make him stand out. And now we go back to this. And after all that thinking, I've come to realize that there are only a couple of things here that inspire me, especially when it comes to my own character design. I think I have it. This is what I'm going for my character. Well, I would say it's like 85% complete, and things are still subject to change, but at least the prep work is very close to being finished. And that means we're going to be getting to the meat and potatoes very soon. And by meat and potatoes, I mean we're going to be inking real soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.